What's a good word, everyone? I'm Kenny Varner, the owner of SportsBooks.com. Welcome to the show. We're going to talk about smart betting. This whole channel is about making smarter bets, making bets that will give you an advantage. But a lot of that can also lead to knowing what not to bet. The number one thing is emotion and revenge. I got a lot to say on revenge, so we'll go with the emotion first. The team is not going to win because the guy broke his leg. And now we're here in the second quarter, and they're not going to win it for their teammate. That's not how it works. That's how we like to perceive it. That's like, when it does happen, it's like, yes, we actually did it. We won, but that's all emotional. And two exactly opposite things happened. What happened with that awful, what happened with the Boston Marathon thing where there was that shooting? Boston strong, Red Sox win the World Series. We all knew they would. We just, you could bet on them, no problem. COVID. The Yankees have to win it for the city, bring the city back. They did not win it. Derek Jeter Day, Bat Day, Paul O'Neill Day, lose. These are not reasons to bet. This is when people want to be lazy. When people want to be lazy and just be like, let's bet on the motion. I want to go for the team that has the underdog. I never even really understood about why we root so hard for the underdog. What makes them the underdog? Oh, let's root for the team that didn't play good all year. Yeah, let's go for the average team instead of the great team. And I do it. I mean, I admit it. But we want to get to smart bets. Revenge is the most overused term in the world. I even see people who go, revenge is an overused term, but this time it's okay, and this time it's okay, and too many times it's okay. It's not. Maybe when a superior team loses to a lower team, like in Alabama loses to, loses to Arkansas, then they're going to be like, we're focused. We remember these guys. But not when it's Alabama, Georgia. Georgia's not going to be like, Georgia's got extra momentum next year playing Alabama. They lost last year. Oh, they're going to do it. And one of the worst things that I've ever seen is it's hard to beat a team 3 times. No, it's not. And there's no data supporting that. They beat them twice during the regular season. Baltimore beat Cleveland twice during the regular season. They're gonna lose now that they're playing them at home because they're the better team, because they got the better record. It's hard to beat a team 3 times. No, it's not. That it's just simply not true. There's so many fallacies out there that lead to emotion, and sportsbooks are gonna throw that. ESPN, Fox, whatever, are gonna push out all the heartwarming stories. And that's what they're about. They're about stories. They put these people that laugh about sports betting on and go, this, and they just yap, got to fill up 30 minutes. Every once in a while, they'll bring a good person on. But for the most part, they don't. So I want to lead us to smart sports bets. And another thing that makes smart betting difficult is, what did I say in another video? Stats are made to crush people. And this is more in the baseball type deal. But with football, basketball, we don't worry about the stats. We worry about what's coming up next. So when people are talking, when people just talk and they're not telling you exactly the information you want to hear. So if you're going to go through emotional betting and always bet on the team, I've even had it where I'm afraid to go against that emotion. And it's like, that's why sharps can go tunnel vision. Here's what the data says. Here's what the data says. People use data because it works. And when you know how to read it, it's like a crypto chart. It's like, oh yeah, I see what you're saying. It's going to bounce up. There's people that know how to read it and people who don't. There's people that know how to navigate and those who don't. We want to put everything in one place where you can navigate smart betting, putting all the individual things like 5-inning betting, how to take advantage of money line parlays when you can do it with a team player, when you can do it with so many different ways that give you an advantage. There's so many different smart bets out there that when you put the emotion in there, it takes everything away. And the thing that leads you to bet this way is it's always so publicized when it does work. When they did it for their fallen quarterback, he got hurt. Oh, but now they won it for him. He broke his leg, so he's never going to play again. And they won it for him. They will throw that to the extremes, and then they'll make a 30 for 30 for it. So then you see it again, and then you see it again. So you see 10 stories 750 times. You'll see Boston Strong 1.6 million times. You will never see the Yankees had to win it for the series had to win it for the 9/11 COVID. Yeah, that's what I meant before COVID. It's for 9/11. They got to do it for 9/11. They got to do it for 9/11. And then they had the game won. And then the best reliever in all of baseball, they didn't close the deal. And I say they because it's a little duck story that beats them at the end. As a Yankee fan, of course, I'm going to remember that because we beat Schilling and we beat Randy Johnson, who pitched in that same game. And actually, that leads me to a point in sports betting. So I'm telling you, take that game. This is how we try to be smart about things and learn from a loss. How many times? Who's the best relief pitcher of all time? Everyone knows that it's Mariano Rivera. Everyone knows he's the only guy of all time to get in with every single vote going for him to get in. Not even Babe Ruth got that, which boggles my mind. But so what happened? Well, you're set up there, right? You had to go against Randy Johnson and Kurt Schilling in the same game, and you had the lead going to the ninth. You're like, all right, I'll take that every single day of the week. 9 out of 10 times you're going to win. You got the best reliever of all time, and you end up losing. I think about that with money line parlays, because when you set something up, your two big favorites won, no problem. And you have everything set up. So you have this 5-point favorite in basketball, football, whatever it might be. And instead of having a -5 at -110, you have them to just win the game at +180. And you set yourself up. That is what smart betting is. You set yourself up. Boom, we got this. You lose. It's okay. You can't hit 100%. I don't like saying can't very much, but you can't hit 100%. But you can set yourself up time after time after time after time to get you plus money. You can get yourself set up just like the Yankees were set up to win the World Series. And it just sometimes things happen. Sports is exactly the same way. Sometimes things happen. But if you just pile one smart bet over another, so if you end up with 50% smart bets and a couple go wrong, and now you got some bad bets, meaning you just missed something. Whatever bad bets are going to happen, maybe not the most smart bet, whatever the reason, because life can get in the way of making sure that you're doing nothing but smart bets, because we can't all be 100%. Then all of a sudden you have smart bets that gone wrong, and then you have bad bets, just plain bad bets that you just whatever, you were too tired, you shouldn't have been betting at that time, you had too much weed, you were drinking when you decided to do your gambling that day, just not totally focused, and all of a sudden you're in a rut. You're in a 30 and 35 rut, whatever the case may be. But when you keep enough smart bets in there, which we're just gonna overwhelm the site with just a plethora of information to help you guys sift through everything, and we want to put it all in one place for you. So don't be an emotional bettor. And that's, when we talk about live betting, we're going to have that in another video, might already be on the site. That is a super key. When we go through in live betting, you don't want to be like, you got to always be at an even keel to be a smart bettor. You're going to have your emotional times. If you're not live betting, you want to go like, all right, it's Saturday. I'm gonna watch these games. If you watch games, you don't have to watch games to win games, anyway. But a lot of people watch the games and have your drinks, have your whatever, and just go after it and be like, die with every play if you want. You're still gonna make this a fun thing to do. But at the end of the day, when you're making your plays, get the emotion out. I struggle with trying to just take the emotion out while watching football. And I know I've done better and better since the first time around when I was making videos in 2018, 2020, trying to take the emotion out. That's why I like to do these smart bets and all these different ways to get information on sports that are not in session, because the emotion can really get you because of how games are covered and how they're just, how the game went because you watched the whole thing, and then the highlights really don't let you learn from them. Learn from what you see. Learn from how you want to do things. Pick how you want to do things. Do you want to write stuff out while you're watching the game and all that? Or do you want to wait till it's over? Do you want to look at the box score, but then really look into it? Because it's like, it's 4 turnovers, but 3 of them were late. There's details inside the details, which will make you a better bettor. So be smart out there. Please try to never bet emotionally. Come join us at sports.balls.com. We can help you out. Just, check out all the different videos we have here. We're going to have a blast. There's going to be a couple of videos where we're just going to have fun and push the stats away, push this away, and just have a story time. So we're going to have fun, and we're going to be informative. So come join us as we take the books down. And believe me, well more than 1% win in this industry. If they tell you differently, they're selling you. They are selling you picks. They're saying, "I know how to win. I know how," and everyone on Twitter knows how to win. We know that. So, all right, we'll see you in the next video, and let's make money.